everyone, today we are making a recipe which every Indian makes in their home, but everybody has their own twist to it. So I will show you how we make pasta at our home. If you like it, like the video. If you try it out, comment and tell me how it was, and subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. Let's get going.
Hi everyone, so here are beautifully plated ingredients. I'm going to mention the quantity and the names in the description box below for you to see. We're first going to start with Alfredo pasta. For this we take a pan on medium flame, add some olive oil and butter to it, mix it a bit. Make sure that the pan is on medium flame at this time. Then you are going to add some corn flour to it, so just so that it thickens a bit. And after our corn flour adding, we are going to mix it a bit for a while. Make sure you add the right quantity of corn flour. I'll mention it in the description for you. The next thing that we're going to add is some milk. It's a very important part of making a good Alfredo pasta. You have to make sure that you keep adding the milk in small quantities, and while you're doing that, you have to keep stirring it continuously to make sure there are no lumps. Make sure you do not add all the milk together, but keep adding it in smaller quantities and keep mixing it so that there are no lumps left in your pasta sauce. Because let's face it, we all want rich, creamy Alfredo sauce pasta and not a very lumpy one. So once you gain a consistency like this, you can add the next few ingredients, which is black pepper, salt, sugar, and some oregano and chili flakes. I use the oregano and chili flakes which Domino's people leave us, because I just feel that they taste much better than our very own chili flakes and oregano. And it's a very important secret ingredient that I add to my Alfredo pasta is Maggi masala. Try it out. We take another clean pan, add some olive oil and butter. Then we add some garlic, chopped garlic to it. Mix it well till the garlic is a bit brown. Then add more oregano and chili flakes to it, because that's the major part of taste of your Alfredo pasta. Next we add some boiled pasta to it. Now I'm sure you all know how to do that. We add some more of salt so that there's no less taste, and we add the white sauce that we just made. Mix it very well. Make sure that it's not too runny and it's not too dry. The quantity of the white sauce and the boiled pasta should be equally well balanced to make sure that the pasta is absolutely how you like to eat it. Once that is done, we add the next important thing, which is some fresh basil. This will give a very fresh fragrance, aroma and taste to your pasta. And then we grate some cheese on top. The cheesier the better. Do not forget that's the mantra of life, whether you're hitting on people or making some pasta. So add a lot of cheese to your pasta, mix it well so that it's not just on the top but in every bite that you take. And that is all. Your white sauce pasta is done. Just let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes and it's ready. Then we move to our next pasta, which is arrabbiata. We add some olive oil again in a fresh pan. Then we add some tomato puree, which we have made by churning tomatoes and a little bit of very small quantity of water in a mixer. And we add that tomato puree to our olive oil and let it mix completely. We leave it to cook for at least 5 to 6 minutes. This is how it should look like after 5-6 minutes. And then you add the chopped garlic to it, chili flakes, oregano, again the same things that we added for the white sauce. But here we are going to add a lot more things, so we add some salt to it now. And do you see that smoke? Ooh la la, that looks awesome. So to remind you, I will add all the ingredients and the quantities in the description box below. Next, we add some fresh basil to our red sauce pasta as well, and some pizza pasta sauce. This you can easily get from the market. It's available everywhere and gives a very beautiful flavor to your red sauce pasta. I add a lot of it personally. I also add a little bit of magic masala here as well, because Maggi masala just makes everything better. Take another fresh pan, add some olive oil. This time we are going to saute some veggies in it, because red sauce pasta has a lot of veggies. So we are going to start by adding onions since it takes lots of time, maximum amount of time to get golden. Once we start seeing them turning into a little lighter golden, we are going to add the other veggies, which are broccoli and capsicum. Here we've used boiled broccolis and we have used capsicum. We are going to add them to our onion once they turn a little lighter golden, and you'll see that we've added a little salt as well. We again have to saute the vegetables. Make sure your vegetables are well sauteed so that they come out crunchy and give a nice crunchy texture to your otherwise soft pasta. You can cover it with a lid and let it cook. Later on, add the boiled pasta to it. Once your vegetables are cooked, you add the pasta and stir it again. Make sure the pasta are well oiled before you add the white sauce gravy to it. We already shared the recipe of white sauce gravy before, so we just add that and then we add the red sauce gravy. We're making a mixed sauce pasta here, making sure that it's cheesy, it's creamy, it also tastes of fresh tomatoes and basil. So there will be like a plate full of flavors in this one pasta dish that we're creating. I would also appreciate if you guys could comment how pasta is made at your home, or what is that one secret ingredient that your mom uses. We are adding a little bit of more salt because we tried it and it was less salty, and we added some fresh cream to give that amazingly smooth texture to our pasta. Then we grate the best part, which is cheese. Lots and lots and lots of cheese. Mix it well in the pasta, add some more red sauce gravy which we created so that it's well creamy and delicious, and our pasta is ready and hot to serve.